no. I am nervous. So nervous. I have no idea how to start this stream. No, no. It is President Zelensky. I would like to start off by saying I surrender. I surrender, President Putin. I give up the President Biden. He lied to me. Lied to me. Yes, yes. So we have the Galactic Guardians. She gored my nukes. Yes. So President Biden, I surrender to you. Not my nukes, though. No. Just I surrender to you. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. That is a terrible joke. I know. You have no idea how much I bother Galactic Guardians this morning trying to be funny and practice that skit. So,
I love it.
how are you? And welcome.
Thank you. I'm great.
It's good to see you. So, I dragged you on here, and I'm really happy I got you here. So,
I'm glad I could finally be here.
yes, definitely. I want to say hello, Lariva, Renee, Angel, Mist, and I think
Hello.
yes, all who is with us right now, but sorry, not over on YouTube. I'm the worst hostess. Forgive me. But I'm used to like broadcasting from French. I don't have to be in front of a camera. No, it's
Can I chat too?
yes.
Oh, wow.
You should be able to from StreamYard.
Okay.
Be icons.
Yeah, I think I see it here.
Like comments, banners, and stuff. Hey, Green Soul, Greta, it's great to see you. I'll try to relax. I'm like, I just did the introduction. I am not funny. No, if I am not funny, nobody wants to be here. You have no understanding of the pressures that Zelensky has. No, I can't even laugh. No. It is not funny. The pressures of being a hostess. I am not a hostess. No. Do not come here expecting it. No. So anyway. I need to learn other accents. I used to have this joke that back when I had my altars that I wanted to give like 5 of my altars different accents, like one from Ireland, one from Scotland.
Oh, yeah.
A southern accent, and just give them different accents, and then they could
Absolutely.
we could all have a different discussion.
Mm-hmm.
But sadly, I reintegrated, so my altars are no longer here to do that with. Do I have 5 friends? Just 5 friends now? No, I'm kidding. Hey, it is the big chip. The big chip is in my cheat room. Yes, I love you. Candace and Ed, it's great to see you guys. How are you? So, anyway, I have no idea what to talk about. Do you have any topics you'd like to discuss?
That's a good question.
Do
I
not
guess.
tell them where my nukes are stashed, all right?
Oh, no. I'll never tell. I promise.
Yeah. We are good then. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Let's see. I'm wondering how everybody's doing this holiday season, this fake holiday season. But I'm just wondering how everybody's doing.
In the chat room, sorry. How's everybody doing? Who cares? Who cares about them? No. Happy Chanukah. My last day of Chanukah. No, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's right. It is.
Happy Hanukkah.
Yes. Happy Hanukkah.
So, and I know everybody celebrates different things. So,
Yes.
blessings and prayers to you too, in Yeshua's name.
Yes.
I want panelists, but I'm not comfortable dropping the link in the chat room because of previous experiences. However, if there's someone that I know and that knows me and would like to come on the panel, I would gladly send you the link to join us. Excuse me for being so untrustful. Right? Untrustful. So, right. Otherwise.
I do like that new name, though.
The president.
Yeah.
I do too. You know, he should be happy that, like, I even nicknamed one of my altars after him.
That's true. That's true.
I mean,
I agree.
especially after his act of being a pianist with his brother. You know, that was
Yes.
remarkable and
Yeah.
distinguished.
Talented.
Yes, his MTV video definitely
Yeah.
distinguishing
Very talented.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, hang on a second. Wait.
Oh.
We gave him the Academy Award. Really, from the pen. The Sean Penn. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We give an award to Zelensky from the pen. Here.
I love it.
hang on a second. That might be why Zelensky goes, oh yes, Deshaun. Oh, Deshaun Penn, you give me your golden thing. Yes, it is great. Yes, hang on. Yes. Yes, let me get you something. It is a store. Hang on. Depends. Listen to me. If you make it out of Ukraine, we give you a star. Yes. In 2023. Good luck. Good luck. So we give you the star. It'll be behind my desk safely over here. Well, thank you. Thank you for the trophy. Anyway.
It's well deserved. It's definitely well deserved.
See, I feel really bad right now because, no offense, I totally love good culture cottage cheese, and I threw that container like that. All right. We can save the container, all right? Because it's good cottage cheese. It was just anyway. Depends. It depends. Depends. Give it to me. Yes.
I like the top of the head.
I cut it out myself too.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So, like, look at the outline. Look at that. See,
I think, oh, that's beautiful.
I
Beautiful.
I kept the lines.
Yep.
Yep.
Excellent job, Baglio. Excellent job.
Thank you. I did keep the lines.
Yep.
All right, good.
Look at perfect points and everything. You know you got it.
So anyway,
All right.
no one wants to come on the panel with us right now. I have
Well,
no idea.
I don't blame them. I don't blame them one bit.
So no takers, huh? Yeah, everybody's like, be right back, away from computer.
Yeah, we'll come back later. Yeah, we'll come back later.
Say hi.
Yes. So what would you like to talk about tonight? What do you think?
I don't know. Does the chat room have any ideas?
Anybody have any yeah,
You want to come
any
up?
ideas?
Anyone?
There is so much to talk about that it's like weird that we can't think of something to talk about because there's so much to talk about.
Okay.
But
I also did not exactly share the link that I was live either. So maybe we can get more people into the chat room, but I'd like to get maybe Lariva, because she's a hothead like us.
well, there you go.
I'd like her here, and Renee. That would be great if they want to.
Mm-hmm.
And all I have to say is, do not keep calm. It's time to wake up.
Yes. The bells are ringing.
Nothing good. You know, I can put up your comments. What name? So I'm going to copy what I sent to you. Gulag the Gordians. I will send it to Lariva. She can hide behind an icon. She's like, nope, I'm not going on. You know what?
I don't blame her.
Yeah, come on with that. President Zelensky, yes, you cower. I have the bombs. The bombs. It is definite. I tried to sing this. I'm not going to get it. So we'll just stop right there. Who else? Hey, big chap. You want to come on? Yes, he does. He's probably not even here. So I don't think I can do it with this phone. It was blocked when I tried. Well, try it with me, Lariva.
Angel Mist, it's pretty cold where we're at. I know it was like 17 degrees when I last checked.
Yes. So, Ed, thank you very much for those pictures that you sent me. Would you like to come on and speak at all? He's like, no, not at all. No, I cannot have an act after the Zelensky. Zelensky takes it all. Sorry. So anyway, I'm not quite sure what to talk about, excuse me, but I wanted to come hang out.
Absolutely. It's nice to put a face sometimes to the people in the chat too, you know?
Yes. and it would be great if the rest of you did it. No, no, let me give you a daisy. No, I'm sorry. So, anyway, I'm gonna ignore them. No. Okay, how about this? Well, I want to drop the link in the chat room, but if somebody comes that I don't want to be here, I don't know what to do. But this next contestant on The Price is Right, Lariva.
Oh, it worked.
You may
Hello, Lariva.
Let me turn this little corner. You guys are playing in the corner down there. There we go. That was weird. It was like double play. You know, like when people call in Dan's show and they don't turn their laptops off
Yes.
and they get that feedback. That was happening on my phone.
I don't mean to be rude, but do you have TV next to you or something? 'Cause
I do, and I'm getting ready to go outside, actually.
I'm sorry, Lariva. I'm so glad
No.
you're here, Lariva. Oh my
No
God.
need to be sorry. I get it.
Holly,
Oh, I
what
told
you been
you.
doing?
I warned you. Ryland, please. Don't take over.
I already took over on Tim. Took over on
Yeah. Yeah, he hijacks the phone calls.
Tim.
On Tim. Okay. Oh, Yeshua blessings. I hope you have a good night.
Yes, blessings.
Yeah, it is quite a blessing right now. Everybody's complaining of the cold, and I feel like a spoiled brat. We're like 40-something degrees. It finally stopped raining. We're kind of just chilling over here in Oregon. I had to turn my heater down.
Nice.
So I feel wrong bragging. But it's been so cold.
It's cold
has been
here.
cold. Yeah, it's been cold.
I can't imagine. Eat more whole foods. That's funny. So anyway, Leno, if you check Skype, I sent you a link to the panel. Lynn, oh,
Hello, Leno.
so I don't. My cell phone says that approximately it is 23 degrees here. All I know is I was able to open up my frozen door and drive earlier. It's been frozen, and I'm thinking,
Yeah, my truck too.
No, that can't be right. My phone is saying right now it's 58.
Oh,
That can't be right, but I'm not shivering. That's what I'm saying. I feel horrible bragging.
that's a blessing. That's awesome.
It is, but we have our share and we'll get it back. That's why I say we're having a heat wave.
Yeah.
I'd be out in my bathing suit going, hey, that's it. I'm happy. It's warm. Sorry, guys.
Hey, we
Yeah,
have
but it's a
family in
little-
Pensacola, and they were at 19 degrees last night. Their pool froze in Florida. That's crazy.
Oh,
Hey, welcome, Renee. How are you?
Hello,
Forgive
Renee.
me, I'm gonna turn my light out because y'all don't need to see my ugly mug.
Stop.
No, stop.
that's what I
No,
did too.
I'm
I got
serious.
my hair back
I just
in
don't
my
like
hair.
sharing that. It's just not pretty.
Oh,
I agree. That's what I did too. I have my hair mask in my hair.
Yeah, well, I've got psoriasis in my hair and I'm pretty much going bald on the top. So it's not a really good sight to show everybody, basically.
And here I am,
Oh,
Skeletor. So nice to meet you.
yeah.
On that note, I'm gonna stop my camera too. I mean, since y'all are doing it now.
Hey, me too. I could do mine too.
Hey,
That's awesome.
We
I
can
don't
all
mind.
hide from the world.
Yes.
Hey, Lori, it's great to see you. So I'm so happy you're here, Renee.
Thank you, honey. I've never done Facebook on my phone before. This is kind of new. And obviously never done panels before.
This is my first time too. Never did it.
This isn't something I'm comfortable doing. So if I'm here, that
I dragged her. I
you
dragged
can
her.
do
That's
it too.
okay.
Renee.
No, I did drag Lariva by her hair. I did it like Freddie Flintstone. A
Well, I
Bam
got
Bam
plenty
style.
of it. It reaches all the way to Jersey.
I'm not comfortable doing it either, but I'm always open to new adventures.
I
No,
know.
Well, I love Holly, so I jumped in.
And I love
It gets
Holly too. And all you guys.
I love you
What
too,
gets
honey.
easy?
Thank you so much.
Love you guys very much. So, very cool. I'm so glad to be hanging out with you ladies. Like, I love you so much. You have no idea. Well, Heavenly Abba, may you please tell them how much I love them in Yeshua's name, Selah. So,
I
love
feel it.
all you girls. I love all you ladies so much.
Ditto.
I feel it.
hey, Cindy, how are you? Sorry.
I can't see chat.
Cindy, you want to come on the panel? You
Here
know,
she goes
no
yanking my
pressure.
hair.
So,
Hey, Holly,
yes.
if I hit the chat button down at the bottom of the screen, am I going to lose the screen with all of y'all?
You shouldn't. You should be able to see the chat. Even if you can't see us and you just see the chat, you'll still be on here with us. But
Okay.
Yeah, hit the
I'm
chat
gonna do
and
that
see
then.
what they're saying. No, no, Cindy. We don't take no around here, Cindy. No to no.
Oh, thank you, Lino. Now I don't have to feel so bad. She's sitting at 72.
Ooh.
Okay. Now I
Nice.
don't feel so bad.
I know.
Yeah.
That is a comfortable temperature.
I would not have admitted that if I were you. My car door is frozen. I almost had to walk to the store today. If it wasn't for Abba intervening and melting the ice inside my car door to open it up so I could get to the store, I would be completely disheveled, worse than I am now. Zelensky would not survive. No. The bomb. Definitely.
We'd have to be dropping heat bombs on you. Instead of love bombs, I'd be dropping heat bombs.
Okay, fine. Don't come on here. My horse.
What happened to Renee?
I'm sorry.
Did Renee? Oh, there she is.
There she is.
Sorry. Yeah. Pushing that chat button wasn't a good idea. I basically threw myself out.
Oh.
Do not take my advice. No.
If you go into the chat, when you want to come back out of the chat, hit the X up in the corner. And try not to miss it. I have a serious issue with missing it.
I think probably what I'm going to do is just mute my laptop and just watch the chat on my laptop. That seems like it's going to be a better idea for me.
I've done that before. I've done that before. It works.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm going to do then. So has anybody else been hearing all these sounds lately, or is it the snow, or what's going on? Do you know?
What kind of sounds?
Like just I've got tinnitus anyway,
Mhm.
but lately, like ever since it snowed, it seems like all of those noises are like ramping up, and I'm not sure if it's because of the snow, because snow can increase sounds if you know what I'm
Yes.
saying. But I'm inside my house and I'm still hearing it louder than I normally would, and I was wondering if anyone else is experiencing that or if it's just me.
I've been getting a lot of ringing in the ears, but that's really all.
Okay. Well, I'm hearing like motor sounds. It almost sounds like
Hmm.
somebody's sitting, like somebody has I don't know what you want to call it, like a machine sitting outside my door just running it. It's like
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've
I've
heard
been
that
hearing
before.
a lot of that. I've been hearing a lot of that around here, but my dad said, where we sit, we hear just about everything. We're sitting on I'm sitting like right up on top of a hill, actually, and everything down below us, we hear it come straight up towards us.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then we hear things coming up off the mountain, it's echoing down here. So I never know what exactly it is I'm hearing, but I hear a lot of stuff out here now that I never heard growing up.
Right.
And it makes me
I'm just thinking
wonder.
because of all this stuff that Holly's been bringing my attention to. Oh Lord, it did it again.
No,
You don't want to see me.
no, I want to listen to you, but I'm going to interrupt you, Renee. And Heavenly Abba, please don't let anything jump or come through the electronics because we're talking about spiritual warfare. Renee, please forgive me. Hold your thoughts, sweetheart, because I can't hold mine. My biggest concern lately is seeing things come crashing through the trees, slam into the ground. A few moments later, get up and start running invisibly towards me into my house. Is my latest
Oh,
concern
that's
for me.
scary.
In Yeshua's name, I bind Heavenly Abba. What we talk about, please do not let it jump, conjure its friends in, or do anything in Yeshua's name. But since we were all talking, hold on, Salt and Light, I love you so much. I'm so happy to see you, and I'm really sorry about the other day. I'm working things out, and I didn't mean to hurt or alienate you, and I love you so much, and I'm so grateful to see you, Salt and Light, and Elijah too. So I'm gonna break next. Renee, your turn.
Yeah. Yes, I was just saying that because you've been bringing to my attention all of this stuff that they're using against us. I'm wondering if maybe that's why I have like a heightened awareness of the sounds, or if it's
Mhm.
because the snow
course.
just making it sounds louder, or I just don't know.
Yes, if you don't mind, I truly believe, this is my belief. I'm not saying it's a fact, but my belief is that once you become aware of the technologies that are being used against us when they're in the right hands for us, but when they're in the wrong hands against us. I believe that when you're aware of it, yes, I believe that you have a more heightened sense and you hear more. Yeah, I could say a lot about that, but I don't know what I can and can't say. So
No, you can.
Okay, so it's not just my imagination.
no,
Basically.
no.
You can say whatever you like. I don't
See,
mind.
I'll just let you know. Holly knows this. I've been kicked off of online for like 2 years now. Like so I don't know what you're allowed to say and not say online. But
Do you hear that noise?
yeah,
I do.
I don't know what that is. I'm gonna have to find out. But no, you can talk about anything you want. I don't mind. I'm gonna try to mute myself. I don't know what that is.
Talk about sounds. There we go. That's a weird one.
The most important thing, can you hear everybody?
I can hear you.
Okay. I think the most important thing is not to be afraid, because when you're afraid of these things, what happens is, and this is just physics as much as spiritual warfare, it's also on a physics level, it's true scientifically that when you have when you're in a fear-based trauma in your mind, you bring your frequency down, you bring yourself down, and we want to keep ourselves up.
Right, because
We
that
want to
creates
keep,
more openings.
yes, we want to keep our authority, right? We have the authority of Christ, what he died to give us and rose again to give us. We have that authority. So because we know we have that authority, he left it here with us, and he told us that we would be glorious if we used it. So it's the hardest thing I think it is for a lot of us that have been traumatized and been through some rough stuff, like Holly and others, is we've been traumatized. We've been put into the worst fear that any human could be put into. So to pull those layers off, and Holly's used that term before, like layers coming off, to pull those layers off is a very big deal. And so if you, the only way you could do that is the Holy Spirit. That's it. So when you know his power, and we know his power, even if we've never seen it in our own lives, we know it. We could read stories about what he's done for others. But I think we've all seen his power in our lives in one way or another. When you know his power and you're just like, oh, like, I don't want to mess with that, right? He's powerful. So he raised Christ from the dead. So if he's that powerful, then we don't need to fear anything that man or anything else that God created, because everything, God created everything. So everything is under his submission, right? So if we
Right.
know that, then, and we're his, and he gave us that authority. Like the way someone described it to me once was, he said, my husband Michael's really good at saying this stuff. I wish he was here right now, but he's sawing logs downstairs. But anyways, like a policeman, right? A policeman has authority. And if you go up to a policeman and he's like, he's got traffic going there at the four-way, and he's stopping traffic, we naturally stop when he tells us to stop, and he's letting the other traffic go. And why? Well, because he has the authority of the state, of the government behind him. Well, that's the same thing it is with us, right? Christ left us his authority. So when we tell evil to stop, it has to listen. And so we have to have that, like, oh shit, sorry, we have that authority, like, and that offends people. It offends pastors, not all, but it offends people, because if they don't work in that authority, they don't understand it and they're afraid of it. I'm not afraid of it because I've been traumatized. I've seen evil. I've dealt with evil face to face. So I had to face it face to face, and it was either my life or my son's life. And I wasn't going to let either one of us go to this evil thing. So I fought spiritually, because you can't fight any other way. You can't fight physically. No gun is going to stop these things. You have to fight spiritually. Same thing with us being attacked with these frequencies or these radio waves or whatever they're doing. It doesn't matter. It's still spiritual. It's still spiritual warfare. They can't touch you anymore if you know your authority. They just can't. So even if something is trying to bother you, and you could see something trying to bother you, I had that happen to me many years while I was fighting. I honestly, for the last year or so, a couple of years, I haven't had anything anymore.
Right.
But I've been there, and I've had things. I've seen them with my own eyes. I know what they look like. It's real. And the only way to fight is spiritually. But when you do it spiritually, you can laugh at them because they hate being laughed at, and you basically kick their ass, and they run away and they go bother somebody else.
Well, see, Holly has always fought my battles for me because I'm afraid to do it myself. I know in my head, I know that I have the authority, but in my heart, I'm afraid to mess it up.
I understand that.
Wrong. I really am. I'm afraid I'm going to do something wrong.
I understand that you can't do anything wrong. And that's what I want the world to know. That's what I was shut down for 2 years online. I've been shut down. I didn't have a voice, because of what happened to me and what God showed me, and the victory that he gave me was so incredible that I wanted to share it with the world, because I was like, I gotta let especially other women know this, because women need to know their authority. I mean, our guys need to know their authority too, of course. But
yeah, but guys are a little bit more used to having authority than women are.
Yes. And especially women that have been trafficked, especially women that have been in abusive relationships.
And especially women who were not born 12 years ago.
Right. I mean, we've been lied to about everything. I mean,
yes.
Everything. And
yes.
They're trying to take everything from us, and they can't if we don't let them. And it's so easy and it's so simple, but we complicate everything because of our fears. I'm the same way. We just do. We complicate everything with our fears. And I think that was the biggest thing that I learned. And it was so hard to do. But the biggest thing I learned was that the fears that I have, when I approach them, they were like as thin as a paper to go through. And then I looked back and I was like, what the frick was I so afraid of? That was
crazy
nothing.
thing is when Holly, she's mentioned me a couple of times. Of course, she's not used my name, but I am the friend that she's been helping recently.
Mm-hmm.
I had some kind of something that would come and sit on the outside of my house on top of my air conditioner unit. And I could see it through the shadow, because there's like a street lamp on the other side of it. So I could see the shadow of it. And of course, when I wasn't talking to Holly, it freaked me out and I'm scared to death. Right. So she actually called. Both of the times she's helped me, she called me. I didn't call her. Both of the times she called me. Well, she calls me and I'm like, there's this thing that's sitting on my air conditioner unit right now. And I'm like, but when I was talking to her, I wasn't afraid at all. I was mad.
Yes. And that's where you need to be. I was
mad.
That's where you need to be. That's a blessing.
Yes.
That you felt mad.
Yes. And then the next time I had something that was under my desk, and it was dark, because I'm sitting in dark now. I always sit in the dark. I try to conserve all my electricity, and I'm just that way. I always have. But I could actually see it in the dark. It looked like, you know how you can see vapor coming off of a street? It's really hot. That's what it looked like. Under my desk, there was that thing kind of going on. And I'm like, Holly, there's something under my desk right now. And she just went right into it. And again, I was just angry. I was just, why do you think you have the right to be in my house?
Exactly. Yep. That's how I got, because I had a little baby with me at the time and I got mad.
I don't mean to interrupt. I'm sorry, but I want to hear your story, Galactic Guardian.
Me?
Yeah, but I want to interject before you get into that, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Renee, since you brought it up, the other night you had mentioned something to me about your desk, and that day, that very day, all day long, I was trying to see Heavenly Abba and make sure that I'm hearing his voice. And I thought all day long he was speaking to me, but it was in a different manner that I'm used to.
Right.
Very still, small, and so quiet. And if I wasn't really listening, I could have missed it. So that whole day, that's where I was at in my head. But then when you and I spoke, you had said something about your desk. And then all of a sudden, Abba, he showed me a desk. And then I said to him, Abba, what about the chair? And then he shows me the chair. And then all of a sudden, he zooms in to the desk. And there's this blaring object on your desk. And it's blaring. And it's a desk lamp. And then Abba scans me over, points me to your desk, and you have other things and papers and stuff on there. And I get that because I have the same stuff on my desk. But then again, I'm panned over to this light blaring object, and it's blaring at me. And it was your lamp.
Yep.
And that was the one thing, and that's not me, that's Heavenly Abba, but also those demons. See, that's the thing. Those demons with the gifts that they're all different, but we do have them, and Abba speaks to us. It's just us that has to interpret the manner in which he is speaking to us in. But like those demons, you can see them. It's the darkness, and it sticks out like a sore thumb and very intrusive, always there. But Heavenly Abba leads us to it. And I just pray that thing goes away, because if not, I'm going to have to charge at it, Renee. Really don't
Well,
want
so far since I put that lamp outside my house, I have not had any other stuff going on.
Selah, Selah.
Thank Heavenly Abba. Yeah.
Abba.
Thank him so much for letting you know that was what the problem was, because I had no idea. I mean, this was a gift from a friend, and I had no idea that there was anything, none whatsoever. In fact, like I've told you before, because I used to study with the witnesses, and they had pounded it into my brain to make sure that my house is clean. I had always, and I'd made sure that I'd never brought anything into my home that could be bringing something to me with it. So, but I just missed that one. Honestly, missed it.
Well, thank you for including me in your spiritual warfare, because I loved it. We got to crush powers. I like it a lot. So anytime you want to do that, it's fine by me. Seriously.
Absolutely. But I find it so wonderful that I don't even have to call you. You call me. That's so funny. It's so funny.
Well, that's Abba, but I love
I
crushing.
was just going to say, that's how Father works.
Yeah. It's beautiful. Absolutely.
Yes, it is.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Could I tell you a furry story?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
So one of those little furry creatures, the one I saw looked like a little, those little gremlins or something from Star Wars. I don't know how to describe it. He looked like a little furry guy. He was like a brown furry guy, but I had something bothering me. So let me just go back so you understand why something was bothering me. At the time, I was married for about a year and a half, and the man I had married, his mother was, according to him at the time, he said she was an ex-witch, but a Christian witch, which I didn't even know existed.
Oh, please.
But yeah, whatever. So I was just like, okay,
Big red
well,
flag.
he, I guess she had converted and denounced it, according to him. But I found out in the long run she didn't, and she lived right in our same house, but like on the other side. It was like a double house. So she was still practicing her witchcraft as I lived next door with her son and my new baby. And I didn't know that's what she was doing. And so, me being a believer, of course, I started getting attacked in the house. And I wasn't, I was a believer, but I wasn't, I was running away a little bit at that time in my life. So, but God went and ripped me right back and that's why I swear this stuff comes into our lives, because that's how God's trying to get our attention, to get us back on track. Sometimes he needs to allow us to get a little freaked out.
That makes a lot of sense. It really does.
Yeah. But anyways, so I started seeing, after I left there, I was living with my parents, and stuff had followed me, because I believe now that I look back on it, it was because I was so afraid of it. Okay. Because I was so afraid of these spirits and these reptilian, disgusting yuck that was bothering me there. I was so afraid of it that I was giving it power over me. So it could attack me, and it did. And I had to leave that house. And when I did, it was horrific. But when I went to my parents' house, while I was there at night, I'd be sleeping, and then my mother would say, she'd come running in the room, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" Because she swore she heard me screaming. It wasn't me. Then my son would wake up and think he heard me screaming. It wasn't me. And then I would hear people scream. It was like going on constantly at night. And I said, that's it. And I was getting mad. And I said, this is ridiculous. Like, this followed me here, whatever it is. And I was just getting fed up with the nonsense. I couldn't sleep. I had a baby to take care of. I was getting mad. And I said, I'm not putting up with this anymore. And I was already in God's word. I was learning. The Lord told me I needed to learn who my enemy was. If I wanted to defeat him, I needed to understand who my enemy was. And so that's what I was learning during this time. And when I got mad, I just said to the Holy Spirit, I said, I want you to show me what's bothering me and my family. I want to see what it looks like. And I don't know when it was, maybe a week later, a day later. I don't know. I don't remember. But something happened again. And I got mad, and I said, I want to see what it is. And I heard the Holy Spirit say to me, look down. That's what's bothering you. And when I looked down, this thing was no bigger than a basketball. And it was at my feet, and it was a little brown, weird little furry thing. And
Like a
it looked like something I could kick across the room. And I laughed at it. And he said, that's what's bothering you. And that's what you're so afraid of. Are you kidding me? Like, that was like the feeling I got on me. And I was like, oh Lord, I'm so sorry. And then I just kind of laughed at it. And from that day on, I was just like, you don't bother me anymore. Like, I don't care. You're not going to bother me. You're nothing compared to my Lord. Like, get the hell out of here. Like, and I laughed at it. And that's why I always say to Holly and anybody, everything I laughed at never came back. when I truly
Wow.
had like a belly gut laugh, like, oh my God, you're so ridiculous. You're not going to hurt me.
Wow.
My Lord is so much bigger than you. Like,
Oh
whenever
my
I did that,
goodness.
it never bothered me again.
Oh wow.
And
That's powerful.
yes, and it was that simple. And the Lord was like, you just have to laugh at it, Angelina. Like, you have so much power that it's ridiculous. Like, I created these things. They're only bothering you because you're giving them the power to bother you because you're afraid of them and your fear gives them the power. So
That's
just
crazy.
don't like laugh
That's
at
really
them.
crazy.
And when he told me it was that easy and that simple, of course, the devil threw 8 million more little wrenches in the way to try to make it so that I didn't feel that way. But
Right.
I tried to remember
The
that.
father of all
And those
liars.
little wrenches got smaller and smaller to the point where it was so ridiculous that why is he even trying at this point is my attitude. Like, really? Like, come on. My God's just too powerful. Like, they have nothing on him. So that's why I tell them to get bent, and people get mad at me for that because they're like, "Oh, you're like, that's like so like sacrilegious to say something like that." I'm like, "Well, I'm not religious."
I'm
Sorry.
not either. It's a relationship, not religion.
Tell those demons to get bent.
Wow.
Yeah, it's. I
That's a
mean,
lot
and
of getting bent around here. I've had so many demons and things to chase off out of here in the last 3 years. It's been crazy.
I'm telling you, I was one of those people. I got attacked severely to the point where I lost people out of my life because they knew what was happening to me and they were afraid to be around me. And then I had people who knew me my whole life and they know everything about me. And they were calling me an occultist and a Satanist. I'm like, what? Like, are you kidding me? Like, okay, whatever. If that's what you want to say. Like, it's not even worth fighting because I know who I am. I know who I am. I don't need to defend myself.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
like God knows
my
who I
daughter
am.
and
He
I
knows
don't
my
even have a
heart.
relationship right now.
What's that?
My daughter and I don't even have a relationship right now.
I understand that.
She
I promise
just
you though, I can't promise you with everything, of course, because everybody's situation is different, but things do change.
I get that. I do get
They
that.
do change and
I'm praying
people,
for her to see
they come
what's
around.
the truth. I'm
Because you
praying
know
for
why
her.
God's starting to show the evil to everybody now. It's the
Yeah.
evil's main stage. So it's kind of hard for people to deny that it's out there. You know?
It's just really very hard for me to keep my back strong, if that makes
Of
any
course it
sense.
is. I understand that.
While she's going through what she's going through, because she's doing what she's doing, and I just have to keep. Every time I contact her, I basically tell the truth, and she shuts me down.
Yeah.
But I'm praying for her, and I just have to have faith that at some point she will actually have the scales fall from her eyes.
Oh, and that's all you have to do is just keep praying that way because he will honor your prayer. I've seen him do it in my life.
But she has to want it. It's not
Yes.
it's not just him. She has
No.
to
It has
come
to be her free will.
a point to where she decides that she's going to look at the truth
Yeah, absolutely.
and turn her face towards the truth.
Absolutely. I'm trying to get a better position here. Ugh.
I really understand how you feel, Renee. I have 2 daughters in Idaho that
Oh my days, it feels nice.
would rather hate me than understand or try.
Yes. Yes.
It's not easy, but I have 4 other children that I have to stay sprung. My back's all sprung for. And one of them now
Hi.
is
Too young for this. I know.
coming to take over.
Hi.
Get
I can't Grandma asked if you got it.
not now.
Okay. Thank you. Too young for
Grandma can ask later.
Oh, she's now.
Oh, what?
Tomato sauce.
Yeah, there's one up there. Get her a tomato sauce.
I can't too.
She must be getting ready to make chili.
Oh my God. Oh, I can't.
Okay.
I have 3 kids.
I have
One-
6
I have
altogether.
1 daughter and 2 sons.
I have 2 sons and 4
My
daughters.
oldest- my daughter is my oldest, and she's the one we've been talking about. My middle child is a son, and obviously my youngest is a son. My youngest went through terrible, horrible addiction issues, but he finally came to Christ, and he's kicked them. Thank the Lord.
Oh,
Thank
right
the
on.
Lord.
Praise God.
Yes.
He is the only one of my 3 children who are Christians right now. And to be honest with you, I'm almost afraid to try to find out what his beliefs are, because he went through the prison system and all of that crap, and I'm not really sure which Jesus is him to. And we also know that there are many more than the true Jesus, and that basically is a government and issues. So I'm kind of afraid to put my foot in that. Okay, but my older son is an atheist who is his girlfriend is a Christian, but she is a plastic Christian. So I'm very concerned about him. Like I said, my daughter, basically, she's just bought into the system 100%. I pray for them. I hope and wish and do everything that I can possibly do to talk them into the truth. They're resisting quite a bit, honestly. It's just what it is.
You want me to get Frankie out here? I'll get Frankie out here to do something. Bro, do you think I'm serious? He won't even follow me for, like, bananas.
Renee,
Yes.
your audio is breaking up a little bit. I'm really sorry. I don't mean to be rude.
I'm sorry, honey.
That is, no, you're fine. Well, no, you're okay. The audio though is breaking up. It sounds strange. I'm not quite sure why. I'm sorry. Hang on.
If you need to drop me, please do.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
are kind
Renee,
of
I couldn't hear you too well, Renee.
Yeah, it's hard to hear you.
I'm sorry. If you need to drop me, please do. I don't want to mess this broadcast up.
No, I can hear you now.
Yeah, that was clear.
Yeah.
Okay, well, actually, I had kind of laid my phone down on my leg. Maybe that's the issue.
Maybe.
Ooh. Don't you love little loopholes and tricks?
Yeah.
It's so nice to talk to you ladies, though.
Yeah, it is. Well, I'm not really talking much. I'm listening, but
You and I had a pretty good conversation earlier, Lavera.
We have in chat several times.
Hmm.
But yeah, I feel your pain when it comes to your kids, man. My daughter, like 2 years ago, she decided all of a sudden, well, you're not there for me, so she's decided to be mad at me.
Well, see,
it hit,
the problem is, for me, the entire time I was raising my children, I was going from church to church to church, trying to find the true Jesus. And I turned them off. I know it's my fault. I know, absolutely, 100%. It was my fault that I was not able to find the real Jesus. And basically, through my searching, I threw them off. I know I did.
yeah, I did too. Yep.
It's my fault. I know that.
Well, I threw my kids off too. We did that as well. But I have to keep going back to the fact that I explained to my kids, I said, we've all been lied to.
Right.
And my parents, lied to me and didn't know they lied to me. Their parents lied to them and they didn't know they were, we were all brainwashed.
Exactly.
And,
Exactly.
all I've been trying to do, this is what I said to my kids, is I've just been trying to find the truth.
Right.
And, I went from church to church to church to church. And when I was going through this spiritual warfare stuff, I definitely went from church to church because I wanted to know, am I doing this right? What's happening? Nobody wanted to talk to me. I got kicked out of every place.
Right.
Right.
So
I'm like,
you're
what
the
the
redheaded
hell's
step,
going on?
you're the redhead step kid who nobody likes, who wants to get rid of you as quickly as possible.
Yep,
Well,
I
that's
was like
me.
a
That
fruit
right
to
there is me.
people.
That's always been me my entire life. But I was that way too, but with the Seventh-day Adventist Church. I was raised in that and taught that that was the only truth. And I bought that lie until about 7 years ago. And when I finally denounced that faith, and then I started learning the Bible. It's funny, I would read it. And I'd studied Daniel, I don't know how many times. And like I've told Holly before, I've studied Daniel, I don't know how many times, but I didn't understand it, what it said, until I read it after I quit looking at it through their lens.
Right. That's exactly what it is. And it took me going through that really horrific time. And that's when I got mad because I was raised in the church. I mean, my parents were Catholic.
Me
and
too.
and then we went from being Catholic to Baptist and then Presbyterian. My parents were going all over the place and trying to find the truth.
Dramatic in itself. What a culture shock.
Yeah.
Of
So,
churches.
right. I
I
mean,
was
they left
raised
the Catholic-
Methodist.
Well, see, and even Lutheran. We went to the Lutheran church too. We went all over the place. So, but yeah, I mean, that spiritual warfare came into my life and I looked at it like, what the hell's happening to me? Why am I going through this? Like, what is going on? And
But the crazy thing is, I was actually saved when I was 13 years old.
so was I.
It had nothing to do with the church at all.
Right.
Period.
No,
One of my
you don't need the church.
One of
We
my
don't need the
teachers. Right. One of my teachers was a very good, wonderful human being, and she would actually come to our homes and do Bible studies at our homes. And I
Nice.
was saved through her.
Mm-hmm.
But I fell away. I ruined everything. I stupid all away. And that's what I'm fighting to get back. Because I was so, Holly always talks about that umbilical cord. My umbilical cord was like a tree. I'm not even joking. It was a freaking tree. I don't have that anymore. I know it's my fault. But I'm trying so hard to get that back.
You cut out again, honey.
I'm sorry. Like I
Say
said,
that one last sentence over again.
I said, I'm the one who screwed up, but I'm trying so hard to get back to my umbilical cord with Jesus.
Right.
Yeah.
Same here.
Can I tell you, I had a dream. I don't know if this will help or, you know, sometimes these little dreams like will trigger things in other people, but when I was praying and pleading for God to show me the truth, I had a very vivid dream that I'll never forget. Very short, very sweet. And I just remember in the dream, it was a desert, and there was a wooden pole stuck in the sand, and there was a white surrender flag like tied to the pole, and it was like waving in the wind, and written on the white flag across it, it said Deut 5, DEUT period 5.
Deuteronomy 5.
So I woke up and I was like, what the heck? What's Deuteronomy 5? So I looked it up, and it was the 10 Commandments, and I was like, surrender flag, 10 Commandments. It took me 2 years to figure out what that meant.
Oh my
And
goodness.
Here
Wow.
I am asking him for the truth. Please tell me the truth. Show me the truth, because the church isn't showing me the truth, and everybody's lying to me, and I have a witch next door like summoning spirits after me, and I need to know what the truth is, because I gotta fight spiritually and I don't know how to do it. So I'm just pleading with you, Lord, to please show me what to do. And that was the first thing he gave me and then so when I started looking things up, and I realized he was trying to tell me this was me personally, okay? I'm not saying I'm just saying this is what he told me personally, is that I needed to surrender to the law, because I grew up under law. And yes, Jesus came and he fulfilled the law. He took it upon himself and he fulfilled it. So I need to stop thinking that I'm sin conscious. I need to stop thinking that way. I need to start thinking that I'm righteous conscious. Like I'm righteous because he says I'm righteous, even though I don't feel righteous, and I have a million things that I do that are wrong. But he started showing me that when Christ died for me, that now he looks at me where Christ, his life that he lived here on earth is like a book cover covering over my life. So when God looks at me, he looks at me through Christ's life. So I have his righteousness. Wow. And so if I know I have his righteousness, that he gave that to me, well, do I deserve it? No. Are you kidding me? I don't deserve it, but Christ does. And why would I deny that? Like, he died and rose again to give that to me. So how could I stand up in heaven someday and look him in the face and say, I didn't use it? Like, that was all done in vain for my life because I didn't use it. And like, that was the feeling the Holy Spirit was giving me. And I'm like, ooh, it gave me like a chill down my spine. I'm like, I have to do what he's calling me to do here, even though it's scary. I got to stand up and I got to do what's right. And I got to fight the spiritual fight here and learn how to do this and learn my enemy.
Wow.
And that was the first thing he gave me. He wanted me to know who I was. He wanted me to know that me being under the church for so long and under all these different religions for so long, even if someone was under Satanism, it's the same thing. It's still a religion. It's still tradition. It's still over and over and over. Brainwash.
It's your belief system.
Yes. He's saying you need to trust yourself, first of all, because he's put his faith in us that we're even here doing this, right? God trusts us to come and do what he's put us here to do. on this earth. And so if we know, if we have a pull in us, that we're even here on this chat, that we're even, wanting to fight the good fight, then he put us here for this reason. So that's why I feel like he wants me to just start building people up and saying, come on, let's go. Let's put our bootstraps on. And we got to fight these things and laugh at them. And because that's how you fight them. Knowing your authority. We're righteous. We're his beautiful princesses. He loves us. And he died and rose again. And we've just lived in a negative world for a very long time. And we've been smashed down and put down and told that we're nothing and put in shame and guilt and fear our whole lives. And he doesn't want us living like that anymore. He's forgiven us and he needs us to forgive ourselves.
That's hard. That's really hard.
And fight.
I think that's probably the worst part of forgiving myself. Really doing it.
You're cutting out, honey.
I said that's probably the worst part of my walk is I have a hard time forgiving myself.
Mm-hmm.
So do I.
I did too. I did too. I understand that.
I actually even almost, I'm not going to say almost, actually, no, am forgiven by him. But it's so hard for me to forgive myself because I know what I feel. I know, beyond a shadow of the doubt, what I threw away. How can I forgive myself for doing that? It's not right. How could I do that?
Forgive yourself for what?
For backsliding. For I was at the point to where, like I said, I had a pre-shrunk umbilical cord to Christ, and I threw it away. How can I forgive myself? I just have a real hard time forgiving myself for what I did. And it's not even like I'm not even saying I ventured into satanic. None of that. No. It's just I just gave it up and lived my life as easily as I possibly could. Still, why could I give that up? I can't. I really have a really hard time forgiving myself for that.
Renee, I don't mean to be rude, but it's hard to hear you a little bit, and I want to answer you back, but the sound is difficult to hear. I apologize. Forgive me.
No, don't apologize, honey.
But stop beating yourself up, and I bind and cast down the condemnation spirit in Yeshua's name.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I agree too. If we can't find a way to forgive ourselves for the sins that we've let weigh us heavy, how is he gonna forgive us?
Forgive us. Right.
We have to forgive it too.
That's right.
I've been struggling a lot with a lot of forgiveness. I mean, I have a lot of forgiveness to try to come to terms with. So I get it. It's not easy.
No, I get
I'm
it.
having to forgive somebody who is actively still trying to traumatize me. And it's like, I keep finding the more I fight him, the weaker he gets. So somehow, somewhere, find your hook that latches on. Find when you go to hook your thing to pull yourself up. Don't let go. Keep pulling from that and till you can find yourself forgiven. I don't know how to say what I mean to say, but I'm struggling with it too. Especially
Thank
when
you
it comes
so
to my
much.
daughter. But then I have to remember that she's at the age of accountability now. I'm not responsible for her anymore. I can try, but they won't listen. It's up to them now. That kind of
Exactly.
feels a
I get
little
that
cold.
so much. I get that so much.
It
My
sometimes
daughter,
feels really cold, but I don't know how else to. I don't know how else to think of it. Otherwise, it will sit and drive me absolutely up the wall.
Yeah, I don't know the whole situation, but um, I understand that too because we're going through a lot of that stuff too.
my
Not
daughter and my
wrong.
mom,
What's that?
my daughter and my mom
Yeah.
were both attending all of these
Hang on one second.
things
You know what?
where they would
I
all
don't. Hang on one second. I don't mean to be rude at all, but I've noticed the audio issues and Renee and Lariva. Can you guys like exit out and then come back in to refresh your screens?
yes,
Because
ma'am.
there's a lot of
I may have to just exit
I'll
out because
try. I'll
my
try.
sons are fighting.
I'm sorry. Okay. Are we okay now? Jack? Galactic Guardians, are we alright? Or no, we not alright. We
I think
not
we're okay.
flying at good speed. No, there is no good speed here. No. Are we alright?
Yes.
Ye-
Yes.
ye- Alright. Those monitor things. Well, I can't hear monitor things, but I just. It is. It's your fault. See, that's what it is. Galactic Guardians aesthetic
Is
is
it me?
your fault. It was not Lariva's. It was not Renee's.
Is it my fault?
Your fault. Yeah, your fault.
Oh no.
I'm kidding. I know. Well, hang on a second. Let me
Because
check.
you know why? When that started happening, I had plugged my phone in. So I was wondering if maybe my phone being plugged in was causing problems. I don't know.
Do not worry. Lariva and Renee will never come back. No, you gored my nose. This is why. Sorry. All right. I go check myself. Hang on a second. I leave. I come back. Yes. Come back. I leave. Yes. Yes.
Renee's back.
Hey,
Hi, Renee.
hey, honey.
Holly's gonna be right back, she said. So
Sorry, I don't remember what we were talking about.
so we were talking about spiritual warfare.
Peekaboo.
Holly's back.
Holly's
Hey,
back.
Holly.
President Zelensky.
Zelensky.
Okay, excuse me, Zelensky. How are you doing today, Zelensky?
Great.
Are you happy with all the bombings you've done today, Zelensky?
What?
Are you happy with all the bombings you've done today, Zelensky?
No, it is never enough. No, we need more. More. Definitely more.
Well, so come back to the United States and beg for more. Obviously, we're giving you all you need.
I'm shutting my thing off for a minute.
But the president Biden is kneeling before me. Why go back to America? He's right there.
Yep, he's kissing your toes. He's washing your feet. He's doing everything he possibly can
I am
to
a
push your butt.
I am forthright Nazi. Yes, he's
Yeah,
leaving
yep.
my toes. Yes.
He's totally bought into all the evil that ever was and ever will be.
Yes, we need the more money for the more bombs. Yes. Anyway, I'm not that funny. I'll stop.
You're doing pretty good.
Thank you. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Trying.
Elvis. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Elvis has left the building.
So, what do you girls want to talk about? You want to talk some more spiritual warfare here?
Yes. Always.
Yeah.
Honestly,
we gotta kick some demon butt, girls.
Absolutely.
I am still afraid to. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be. I know. I'm still afraid to it. I know I'm never alone. I know that Jesus and you and Father are always on my side, but I feel like doing it without a second is jeopardizing. I really feel that. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Don't be sorry. I can't hear you. I'm sorry. I catch like 50% of what you're saying, Renee. I'm not trying to be difficult. I apologize.
No, you're not being difficult. Holly, I'm hearing a lot of crackers in the in-house.
Me
I don't know
too.
what. That
It is Galactic Guardians.
There. Now
Listen to me. Listen to me. My nukes. She guards them. It
you're
doesn't
in a
take a lot
you're in a Swiss bank account, right? Right?
Mhm.
A Swiss bank account.
Mhm.
Mhm. Yeah, I get that.
I can't tell you where I hide them, or
No,
they'd have
because
to take me out.
there is a number that anyone has to know. You're not gonna do that, but I kind of feel like it's a Swiss bank account. Yeah.
Well, can I tell you? I have a couple stories I could share, but I
Please
got
do.
thrown offline for sharing. But as long as I don't get Holly in trouble, I'll share them.
Yes, please. Well, I'm muting all of us. Yes. Speak. Speak it.
Okay.
Now it. Yes, it.
I think it'll help some of the mommies out there that are in fear for their kids and stuff. Okay. So, this was just, how God gives Holly dreams, and visions that are amazing, and she draws out for us. They're absolutely beautiful. They make me cry. I get real short dreams, and I would call them visions, I guess, but I am sleeping when it happens, but they're so short and so vivid that I call them visions. But when my son was real little, he had to go. I'm not going to say too much, but I'm just going to go around the block with this story. But he had to go somewhere that was real fearful for me, for him to be going there. So I was praying for him all the time, and every time he had to go. And so I was so scared. Oh my gosh, I was so scared. I was scared out of my mind. So I got a dream the one night that there was some sort of disaster that had happened, and outside, and we were in this big white house, me and my son and one of his friends. And my son was saying to me, "Mommy, we have to go outside and help everybody." And I was like, okay. And then I thought, no, you can't go outside by yourself and help people. Like, you got to wait for me. And it was like a fear that I had over him. Like, no, you can't do that. You're going to get hurt. People are getting hurt outside. It was like, that was in the dream. And as soon as I said that, I saw this beam of light come out of my son's back, because he had turned his back to me to go out the door. And I saw this beam of light come out of his back. And the beam of light turned into this massive, what I would call an angel, but it was a massive man, and he was glowing, and he went like so big that he went all the way through the roof of the house. And he looked at me and he didn't say anything, but I could tell what he was saying. He was saying something to me, like his mind to my mind, if that makes sense. And he was saying, like, "Are you kidding me?" Like, he looked at me like, "Are you kidding me? Like, you're afraid for your son to go out with me behind him? Really?" Like, that was the look he gave me. And I humbly was like, "Oh, no. He could go with you. I'm not saying you can't protect him." Like, that was like the feeling I got. And then I woke up. And when I woke up, I started crying, and I was like, "God, thank you for giving me that dream." Like, I felt like God was showing me that my son had a massive angel protecting him, and that I didn't need to fear him going where he was going, or he was being made to go by the courts. And so that was what God showed me. And that's what my relationship with the Holy Spirit always was. From that time of that trauma that I went through, I had this open relationship with him. That was our relationship, is I want the truth all the time. I don't care if you have to show it to me and it's scary or whatever it is. I want to know what the truth is. And he led me to Holly the same way. I wanted to know what the truth was about a lot of other things that I was introduced to. And he led me straight to Holly.
You know, you were
Straight path.
stuck with me. Yes. Absolutely. Yeah, now you're stuck with me.
Yep.
I remember when we met, I was in a bad place. But now I'm glad I'm in a great place, so I can be here.
Yeah. Praise God.
Praise God.
Praise God. It's beautiful.
Absolutely. Anyway, forgive me for being quiet. I always know what to say when I'm by myself. That's easy because I'm by myself. But with company, I don't want to exactly say the wrong thing. So forgive me for getting a little bit tongue-tied.
That's okay.
It's the camera. I hate the camera.
Is Renee still on?
No, we kick her off. She is still here. You may speak, Renee. Yes.
Is Lariva still here?
No.
We got rid of the Lariva. She does not like us after all. No, we get rid of her.
I have to let you know, Lovey's on my lap. If I start screaming, it's because she's the umptiest cat I've ever had. And yeah, she grabs quite painfully onto my flesh.
Can we
Did
have
you hear me?
sign language?
Did you hear,
Where's
did you hear me?
Lariva? I'm sorry, Renee. I'd first like to say, Lariva, I'm just teasing. I love you, honey. Where are you? But Renee, I think at this time I'm gonna need you to sign everything to me because I can't hear anything. You know sign language,
Can
right?
you hear me?
No, yes, I can. Yes,
Did you hear me?
yes. But if
I'm
you say
sorry.
anything complicated, I won't hear it.
I was just saying that do you hear me now? Do you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Lovey has just jumped into my lap. Did you hear that?
Yes, I love you, Lovey.
She's yeah. She's the clumsiest cat in my entire life. Did you hear that?
She's the clumsiest cat in my life. Did you hear that?
Yes. Okay. She will be falling out of my lap.
She will be falling out of my lap.
And when she does,
And when she does,
she will be grabbing with her claws my legs.
and she will be grabbing with my claws her legs.
Yes. And I will scream. It's
I will
painful.
Thank you.
It's painful.
Lovey, do not do that. Okay, Lovey, we have no time for this. No.
Just
Nice.
I scream. It's because Lovey is basically causing me pain. Period. Don't freak out over it. Did you get that?
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you.
I'm just trying to pre-warn you because it always happens. She is a clumsy cat. She always falls and grabs on her feet every single stinking time. Just saying. Hope you got that. I really do hope you got I see you're both laughing. Maybe you did. I'm trying to think you did get that. Yeah, that's my cat. I love her to death, but she's not very friendly to me. When she loses her balance, she scrapes the life out of me every single time.
I'm just laughing because I'm picturing us talking, and all of a sudden I hear a cat go. "Meow."
No, it's not going to be her you're hearing. It's going to be me, honey. It's going to be me. I'm going to be screaming because she's very silent all those times. Yeah, it happens quite frequently. Yeah. Expect it. Please expect it, because I'm not being attacked by demons.
No, you're not. It's really hard to do on my end. I have to be honest. I'm not trying to be rude, but I'm sorry, Renee. It's hard to hear you on my end. Okay, so if I start laughing at this point, it's not my fault. Okay, it's not my fault. You understand, right? So, anyway, so what are you doing for the rest of the evening? Anything great? Galactic Guardians? Anything?
I just gotta clean up my house. It's a disaster. That's about it.
Yeah, I need to clean up my house too.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Renee? What are you doing for the rest of the evening? I kid you not. I think we have major interference because I've been struggling trying to hear some of my guests tonight, and Renee's one of them. So I didn't mean to be rude. Well, at this time, I think I'm going to shut down my panels because I'm having trouble hearing, and I will call you my Galactic Guardians, and I will call Renee after we're done. And but I think I'm going to shut down my panels if you don't mind. And I hope that you guys had a great time hanging out with us and
Yep.
talking. I would like to extend.
Thank you for having us.
Yes. I would like to go longer, but maybe on New Year's we can again. But I'm so glad I got to see you, Galactic.
I'm glad I got to see you too.
Yes, I have plots and plans for you, my dearie. Yeah. I love you so much. And thanks for
I love you too, Holly.
And Renee, you are so great. And thank you for being here. And Lariva, thank you for putting up.
Yes, I love you, Renee and Lariva.
And thank you very much to everyone in my chat room, and Yeshua blessings to everyone. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you soon. Yeshua blessings.